Well, good evening. What a start to the work week, huh? Those winds, they were really blowing today. In fact, they were almost to severe levels, and we didn't even have any storms. We had 54-mile-an-hour wind gusts in Corpus Christi and Portland. To be a severe wind with a storm, it has to be 58. So we got close and didn't even have any storms in the area. 51 at the Naval Air Station. Tonight, there's a lot of moisture in the air feeding into a strong storm system to the north, and we have misty skies out there tonight. That wind is still blowing in Corpus Christi, 28 miles an hour. Not as bad at Kingsville, 14, and 16 at Rockport. Temperatures are very mild in the 60s and 70s, and they're not going to drop until after the front comes in, and even then, we're not going to see a very big drop with this at all. There's the cold front. Here's a dynamic area of low pressure spinning up here. That's where all that wind came from today. Out ahead of the front, we've had storms breaking out all afternoon and into the evening. Numerous reports of severe weather and tornadoes ahead of this system. For us, the tail end is now starting to fire up. You see right there? That's that little storm I showed you that was just to the east of Laredo, and that continues to be a very strong storm, in fact severe at this time, and paralleling the Highway 59 right now. So as this continues to move in, there's also been some large hail with it. It's been decreasing a little bit, but we've seen hail sizes in this estimated to be up to 2.5 inches. It's now starting to come down a little bit, but the storm is still strong and it's moving at 60 miles an hour. Take a look at it. It's like a car riding right up the highway there, and as it continues to track into Duval County, we will see it near Freer at about 10:42, and then at 10:49 near Seven Sisters. So this storm is going to continue to develop into other storms as well along that frontal boundary, and one of our high-resolution models that updates hourly continues to show just that. By 11 to midnight tonight, numerous storms start to develop out ahead of that front. Now notice they're still way out there. Here's George West, here's Freer, 11 o'clock tonight, but as I put it into motion here by 1 in the morning, we start to see that line pulling through Beeville, Alice, like by midnight near Alice and Beeville, and then into Kingsville, just starting to get into Kingsville and Sinton by 1 to 2 in the morning near Corpus Christi, and then pulling off to the north and east between 2 and 4. So yeah, it's an overnight event. I still don't think we're going to have a lot of severe weather with it, but a few spots may get a pretty good thunderstorm. Isolated severe is possible with this, perhaps some large hail or a strong wind gust over 58 miles an hour. What about rain? We really need the rain. But it's going to be a little bit hit and miss on this system. The areas that manage to get under the storms could pick up about a ½ an inch of rain on average, but this is the kind of system where it can dump pretty fast. You can get an inch of rain out of a strong thunderstorm. So a couple spots may get some higher totals, but most of the area, I'd say 1/4 to a ½ an inch of rain. Now tomorrow, yeah, we have a cold front going through. Would you know it from looking at this? This is the hourly forecast. Look at that. Temperatures in the 80s. You know why? Because behind the front, we get a west-northwest wind, downslope wind that really warms up, and that's very dry air with all that sunshine tomorrow. So temperatures are going to go up tomorrow before we finally cool down a little bit on Wednesday. But you'll notice when I show you the 7-day, there's not a lot of cooling in this week's forecast. If you like warm weather, we've got it coming. In the meantime, we've also got very dry conditions out there and low humidity tomorrow, as well as windy weather. We have a fire weather watch for tomorrow all day, and then a fire weather warning until tomorrow evening to the south. So we'll probably be under that warning as well tomorrow because it's so dry behind this system. But the cooler north winds finally arrive Wednesday, bringing temperatures down a little bit. Nights drop back into the low 50s. And then look at this. This is my kind of weather. 80s right across the board all into the weekend, and we're not going to have as much wind. We'll have a lot of sunshine. Unfortunately, no rain, but we've got great weather to get outdoors as we head into the weekend.